If you want to do satin stitching, you're going to notice that when you pick a zigzag and shorten the stitch length, you won't have all the increments you want. I actually go from 1 millimeter down to 0. And well, usually I want to be somewhere in the middle there. So what we have, instead of using a zigzag on this machine, we have built-in satin stitches right up here in row 1. Row 1, stitch number 30, 31, and 32. Now, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go ahead and touch the stitch menu button. Arrow up to our menu 1, and then I'm going to touch 30, let's do 31. 31, and it's going to take me to a stitch. Notice I'm going to have smaller increments to change and make that satin stitch really nice and close depending on my thread thickness. It also tells me to put a different foot on, foot B. So here's the difference. In a foot A, this one, you notice that it just has the little zigzag opening and a minor little cutout back here for the stitches to slide out the backside. On B, we have an entire cutout for the satin stitches, so nothing's going to get hung up here as we start to sew. Now, once you do put this on, a lot of people just sew with it, which you can get some stitches that it might not look as pretty on a straight stitch because of that open area. So once you get back to a straight stitch and it tells you to put A on, highly recommend you actually follow the machine and what it tells you to do. You're going to get a better stitch. So you'll be switching between these two as you go throughout your machine. So we'll just slide this back here. We've got our foot on, and we're going to just start to stitch the satin stitch. Now the differences between all three of these stitches, all they are is different widths to get you started. So this is the medium size. There was a thinner size and a wider size, but I can take any one of those stitches and make it any size by just adjusting the width, and I can do that while I'm sewing. So I can go up and make it to the largest size, 7 millimeters, or I can roll it down and make it even smaller. There's lots of increments here, and if I want to try it, I can actually, oh yeah, this is going to look good. I adjusted the stitch length down a little bit more. Now the difference is instead of a zigzag that actually comes down point to point down each time, on this one it actually comes across, then down, and it actually gives you a prettier stitch when you're sewing. So do you notice as soon as I actually made the stitch length shorter, I closed up the little gaps on this particular weight of thread. Thinner thread, you're going to have to come down shorter and shorter, and then thicker, probably increase it just a little bit. But you can get a nice, pretty satin stitch in any width that you want by using the built-in satin stitches.